he did rest his entire identity on the fact that he had to be a protector. He failed at that. But then he didn't consider the people that remembered him for his kindness, his guidance, his sacrifice, and then also who saw his victories in another way. Like Adam noticed his kindness when he was being nice to him when his father wasn't. And Tila obviously recognized the fact that despite the fact that she was in a class full of ample warriors as well, he still took the time to recognize her personally. They were connected in that way. So he has this shame over failing his oath, but I think as he transitions through the movie, he learns to fight not for revenge, which is probably something he could have easily done. And they could have leaned into that too. Man of Arms is trying to get revenge on Skeletor for taking everything away from him, for taking away his purpose. But I feel like it was better that they leaned on the fact that he was fighting for a renewed purpose, in the fact that he was being better for his daughter, for one, because his conversation with Adam says, I'd rather her see me as an invaluable drunk than someone who's lost all their strength. And then Adam sort of picks him up and they both stand up together and say, this is what we're going to be. We're going to fight together. We're going to stand up together. He helped so many people in this movie become stronger, including Roboto, including his daughter Tila, including Adam as well. And I think all of them in that space, they kind of took him for granted a little bit, but he also had a lot of the work to do on his own. He could have chose to wallow in his pity for as long as he did, but then as soon as Adam came back, he kicked into gear. He chose to make the decisions in order to get active again. And there was a teething period there, which I can recognize as well in some real life situations too. When somebody's let you down a bunch of times, you're reluctant to let them back into the saddle again, it might say. And Tila shows that as well when Duncan's saying, let me take the lead, give me a gun, let me do it. And Tila's saying, no, just sit there, let me drive. But I think her eventually falling into trusting him once again and seeing Roboto and also Duncan fight at the end and hold off all that army in the bridge, it was, and then her allowing him to do that was her letting go of the control that she's had to have exactly for this whole time. And it's Duncan falling back into that role of protector, but that role of protector now has a lot more facets to it than just physical protection, which I think is great for Duncan's character. Masterfully played by Idris Elba as well, and I think you could have done a lot of corny things with a character called Man at Arms, but this is probably one of the best things that they could have done. I think Travis Knight really knocked it out of the park with his character.